Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of August 10th through the 17th, and this is where we talk about everything that's happening in Warframe coming up this week and all the things that you're going to want to know. So, I'm going to show you all the things that are happening behind the scenes here. So watch the video for the Crimson Archon Shard this week, but we also have the Twitch drops. I'm live every single day on Twitch. You guys can see the schedule when it is live. I will post the schedule. It'll be in the title, ! Drops. You can check it in chat and see where the drops are going to be in Warframe for this week, and that is every week I do that. Now, we have interesting thing happened with the last drops for the primetime stream that DE had. Apparently drops were just not working. DE said that there will be a redemption to that. They said on stream, they're like, we know the drops aren't working, it's not our fault, we can't do anything about it, but we'll find a way to make it up to you. So based off of how I've seen them go about this in the past, I'm gonna say keep an eye out for future things they might announce where they're gonna make us up, make this up to us for the drops. It was for Nakak Pearls for the Dog Days event, so I'm assuming they're not gonna wait forever to get us some kind of way to get these extra pearls. We also have, anyway, aside from the drops, extra ways to make these pearls. I'll get to that in a minute. Deep Archimedia currently is Mirror Defense, Alchemy, and Survival. This week's Temporal Archimedia is a Legicide Harvest, Defense, and Hell Scrubber. The current coda weapons Eleanor has is a Catabalist with 27.6% Toxin, a Hemo with 25.2% Magnetic, a Myra with 26.8% Toxin, a Motivore with 26.8% Cold, a Pox with 43.1% Impact, Sporothrix with 29.3% Toxin, and a Torxica with 25% Magnetic. For the calendar of July here, we're looking at a Omniforma Blueprint versus Arcane Enhancements double pack. Then we have 2000 Kuva versus 6000 Endo. For August, we're looking at a secondary Arcane Adapter versus an Arcane. Then we have an Aroken Catalyst Blueprint versus an Emerald Archon Shard. And for September, we have 6000 Kuva versus double Arcane pack and an Arcane versus 2000 Kuva. The current Warframes in Prime Resurgence are Equinox and Wukong, so you can get them and the weapons that they came with. Now on to the Dog Days thing and the Nakak Pearls I had promised I'd tell you about. So here's what we have. We have 23 days and 14 hours left of Dog Days. Complete all these missions, you get Nakak Pearls for doing it, plus you get glyphs and you get credits for doing these, but totally worth doing it. Also, because the rewards this year are pretty cool. The event, honestly, does not feel as painful as it has all the previous years. Definitely feels a lot better. I feel like this year has absolutely been an improvement. I still don't like the Soaktron personally, or the I like the look of the melee weapon. I love that it's there, but I'm not really fond of that either. But overall, I'd say it feels better definitely than it did the previous years. As far as the like extra Nakak Pearls that I had promised, so what we have happening is on August 14th through the 18th, that's this week, we're going to have an alert pop up for 175 extra pearls plus 50,000 credits, so keep an eye on that starting August 14th. We also are going to have double Affinity Weekend again happening starting August 14th, and that's going to run through the 18th. Now, as I said in the previous video last week, if you have an Affinity when the Affinity Booster happens on August 14th, if you buy an Affinity Booster on top of that, or someone gifts you one in the game, you will then have 4 times Affinity, making it the best time to level up all of your Arcwing stuff, your Necromex, your Railjack, just all the crap that you're like, I don't really want to have to level this up. That's the best time to go and do that. Also, we have Thermia Fractures with 3 days and 15 hours left. We also have alerts right now, weekly Ayatan Treasure Hunt with Maru. We also have, for the Steel Path Incursions, Interception, Survival, Sabotage, Capture, Excavation, and Avoid Flood. The invasions are going to, there's a good one here, I know it. We have a Sheave Blade versus Darrow Vandal Receiver. And then you guys are running out of time, so hopefully you turn the sub notifications on and the bells so you get these videos immediately. But we have a Forma Blueprint versus a Forma Blueprint. Super easy to be able to do one of these and get that. And what else do we have? We have Sortie this week is a Mobile Defense, Interception, and Spy. And the Archon Hunt this week is against Naira for an Amber Archon Shard, doing an Exterminate, Interception, and then the Showdown. For Nora, we have the typical permanent weeklies. We also have free 1 captured Solaris using a Granum Crown, kill Prophet Taker, collect 4,000 resources, complete 2 Void Armageddon missions, and then today's daily is pick up 20 energy orbs. The credit offerings this week are going to be a Energy Siphon, Metamorphic Magazine for the Gorgon, Wild Frenzy for the Grakata, Physique Enemy Radar, Bursting Mass for the Mutilus Quanta, Dizzying Rounds for the Bronco. For making Platinum, I'd recommend Energy Siphon, Physique, and yeah, Enemy Radar. Actually, all three of these are pretty good for just going in trade chat, making some plat. We have Power of 3 for Ivara, Recharge Barrier for Volt, Skull Shots for the Viper, and Deceptive Bond for Loki. The Steel Path circuit this week, we're going to have Incarnate Adapter choices between the Lex, Magistar, Boltor, Bronco, and Ceramic Dagger. And if you have all those, you can scroll over and instead get a Rifle, Pistol, Melee Riven, or 20,000 Kuva. For the normal circuit this week, we have choices between Gara, Korra, and Revenant. Checking out Acrithis this week and seeing what she's got, we have the... Oh my god, why is the order not normal this week? Okay, we have Mega Cigarettes, 10 Pathos Clamps for today. Melee Riven Mod, 15 Pathos Clamps. We have an Orokin Catalyst Blueprint for 20 Pathos Clamps. Formal Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps, and a Companion Weapon Riven Mod for 20 Pathos Clamps. Checking out what Teshin has in Steel Path Honors this week, we have our, oh my god, things are so out of order than they normally are. Why have they decided to do something so horrible like this? Okay, it looks like we have a Veiled Riven Cipher for 20 Steel Essence, always want to grab these. And what is the big deal thing? Is it a secondary Arcane Adapter? No, that's normal. Maybe it's a Shotgun Riven. This is probably what it is. We have a Shotgun Riven mod this week. And checking out the Conehead over here and seeing what he's got. We browse his merchandise. We're looking at a Tenet Ferox, 26.6% magnetic, Tenet Grigori, 25% heat, Tenet Livia, 34.7% radiation, Tenet Exec, electricity, 31.6%, and Tenet Agendis, 26.5% radiation. I would skip everything here. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of Warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedia and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you can travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.